Welcome to step 5 of 14, the fifth step in our workshop, 14 steps of how to attract wealth. We've gone through step 1 of 14, 2 of 14, 3, and 4. This is our fifth step, step 5. In this step, we will explore the concept of cultivating a mentality of increase. That is our step 5 of 14, cultivating a mentality of increase. Now, before I go further into this step, I will remind us that this approach to wealth creation we are talking about is a creative approach and not a competitive approach. What is common in much of Africa is to try to attract wealth using the competitive approaches that are full in our marketplaces. It is competing for the little that there is. It's a scarcity paradigm. This one is creative. It's a creative approach to wealth creation where we create wealth by partnering and cooperating with God, partnering and cooperating with the Spirit of God. That is how the economies and the societies that have advanced right from the Industrial Revolution, that's how they tapped into the vast breakthroughs that they experienced. They went beyond just competing for what was present at that time to actually creating new. So this is a cooperative, a creative approach, cooperating with God, cooperating with the Spirit of God. And so, welcome to our fifth step, cultivating a mentality of increase. Now, stop thinking that God desires that you remain poor or that He is best satisfied when you remain poor. The Spirit of God who lives in you is a super intelligent being. That Spirit who lives in you is everything. That Spirit is alive in everything. Is a consciously living being. Now, because Spirit who lives in you, God, is a consciously living being, He has inherent desire that everything living increases life. God desires that your life increases. We are talking about cultivating a mentality of increase and not decrease. When you look at our African society, the way we do many things, we are thinking of decrease. We are thinking everything good around us is reducing, is getting finished. The way we drive, the way we stand on the queue, the way we stand on the cafeteria line, the way we stand, we do things in many places, the way we live with one another in our society. We are not practicing the mentality of increase. Rather, we are practicing a mentality of decrease. A seed, when you drop a seed in the soil, it will spring into activity. It will produce 100 more seeds. By living, the life in the seed multiplies itself. It becomes more. It does so in order to continue existing. Now, that seed teaches us about a mentality of increase. You see, that seed, you dropped it on the soil and it began to live, increasing itself. Intelligence is also under the same necessity for continuous increase. Every thought we think makes it necessary for us to think another thought. When you think one thought, you will find yourself thinking of another thought, and on and on and on. Every talent you cultivate brings to the mind the desire to cultivate another talent. That's the way life has been designed. We are subject to the urge of life. In seeking to express this urge, we are prompted to know more, to do more, to become more. It's only in our minds, in our thinking, that we keep thinking decrease. We keep thinking decrease. Now, in order to do more, to know more, to become more, you need to have more. We are talking about attracting wealth. You need to have more. For you to do more, to know more, to become more, you need to have more. You need to have the things to use, because you learn and do and become only by using things. Instruments, tools, machines, equipment. You need to have things to use, because you can only learn and do more and become more only by using things. Now, that means you need to attract wealth so that you can actually have what you can use to live more. The desire for riches, the desire for increase, the desire to attract wealth is actually capacity for bigger life, for larger life, seeking expression through you. The desire to have more is the effort of unexpressed possibility inside you wanting to come out. Wanting to come out in the form of a school nobody had ever seen. Wanting to come out in the form of a ministry nobody had ever seen. Wanting to come up in the form of a factory someone had never seen. Wanting to come out in the form of a project that had never looked after people like this project. What makes you want more money, is the same as that thing which makes the seed we talked about want to grow. What makes that seed want to grow? When you drop it on the soil, it begins to grow. You see it wanting to grow, and then it actually grows and multiplies. That power which makes that seed like that is the same power inside you which makes you say, I think I need more. I need more. I need more. I need to do more. I need to know more. I need to learn more. Desire to live more, to create more things, is the basic nature of the Spirit of God. It is not wrong to want more. It's not wrong to want to live more, to want to do more, to want to contribute more. That's the only way life can get better. That's the only way those millions and millions of young people across Africa can get employed, can get occupied, can get to contribute. It's by somebody wanting more and using that more to create space for them, to create a place where they come and contribute. It is not wrong to want more. So, the step we are dealing with is you have to cultivate a mindset, a mentality as a person of increase, wanting increase, desiring increase. Some of our religious teaching, earlier religious teaching, slowly makes us and strange to wanting more. It makes us say, settle for what you already have. Because Spirit wants to live more in you as a man, as a spouse, as a father, as a son, as a brother, as a woman, as a spouse, as a mother, as a sister, as a daughter, as a worker, as a colleague, as a boss. Because Spirit wants to live more in you, in all of those forms. Therefore, Spirit wants you to have all the things you can use to be effective in those roles. Actually, if you are lacking, if you feel, as a father, I don't have whatever I need. As a spouse, I don't have whatever I need to express myself. As a man, I don't have enough to express myself. As a son, as a brother, as a friend, as a worker, saying, I can't go and visit my friend who is sick because I just don't have any means of contributing. If life becomes like that, then it becomes limited. God desires that you get rich because he can express himself better through you if you have plenty of things through which to express him. God can express himself more in you if you have unlimited command of resources. The universe wants to express itself through you when you have everything you want to have. Nature and God, the author of nature, are friendly to your plans. Everything is naturally for you, is on your side. Now, make up your mind to accept that this is true. Sometimes in Africa, you can live like everything is against you. People are against me, nature is against me, land is against me, God is against me. That is not true. God and nature, with all the resources God has put in nature, are actually friendly to your dreams. They are friendly to your desires. It is essential, however, that your purpose, there is a purpose for which you want that school. There is a purpose for which you want that house. It's important that that purpose harmonizes with the purpose of God. That is in the universe, that is in nature, that is in everything. If the purpose is ungodly, is against the purpose of God, you will struggle because God is the source of all resource. He is the source of all potential. He is the source of all provision. So, as you cultivate a mentality of increase, it's important that that purpose is in harmony with the purpose of God for everything. The purpose of God. The purpose of God is for good. The purpose of God is for fulfillment, everybody. The purpose of God is well disposed to every person. So, refine your want, that thing which you want. What you want to be in life, in real life. It shouldn't be just mere pleasure or sensual gratification. I just want to enjoy life. What's the bigger purpose? Real life is about performance of functions or roles. A teacher, a father, a mother, a friend, a community member, a carer, a helper. Those roles. Real life is about performance of functions or roles. It's not just about enjoyment of life. So when we say harmonize that mentality, that want with the purpose of God, that is the purpose of God. Performance of functions or roles. You live real life only when you perform without excess all functions, be they physical, mental, spiritual, that you are capable of. Don't aim to get rich just to enjoy mental pleasures, get knowledge, gratify your ambition, outshine other people, become famous. Many people go for that, but that is not real life. Real life is about performance of functions, creating a difference, bringing light where there is darkness, restoring hope where there is hopelessness, bringing in positivity where there is negativity, bringing in healing where there is disease, bringing in freedom from the yokes of poverty, lack, and want, bringing in enlightenment where there is ignorance. Those are the real purposes. When you only live for the pleasure of the intellect, you will only live a partial life and not be satisfied with your wealth. Aim to get rich so that you can eat, drink, and be merry when it is time to do so. But you can also surround yourself with beautiful things, see distant lands, and so forth. Most important, you can love people, do kind things, play a good part to help the world become better. Stop the idea that God wants you to win his favor by sacrificing yourself for others. That's not true. God wants you to make the most of yourself, for yourself and for others. You can only serve other people when you have made the most of yourself. You can help others more by making the most of yourself. When you fail to make the most of yourself, you can't serve other people that much. And so that is our fifth step. It says, cultivate the mentality of increase. That your life is increasing. Do things to increase your life. Have a positive outlook of increase to life rather than a negative perspective of decrease. Have a mentality of increase to your life, and you can serve other people by increasing yourself. God can use you and express himself to you more effectively when you increase your life. By failing to increase your life, you actually limit the extent to which God can express himself through you. Make these disciplines part of your philosophy. Let them be the DNA that flows in your approach to life, your DNA to life. Make them daily routines, daily thought patterns, and they will begin to take effect and begin to alter your life in a positive way. I welcome you to our step 6 of 14.